212. Good afternoon. Ryan Schultz here with you. And yeah, we're getting our boots on this weekend. It is Breakout West. So many interviews to get through over the last few days. We had Jerry Sarita in. We had Tennille in earlier on in the week. And now joining us, good friend to 620 CKRM, JJ Voss. JJ, how's it going today?
Hey, great, Ryan. How are you doing?
Hey, I'm doing awesome, JJ. Breakout West. What a busy weekend for everybody. And I'm sure it's busy for you as well.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on in the city. The town is just electric.
You gotta love that, though, that musical, electrical feel of everybody in town. Everybody's playing. You know lots of people as well.
Yeah, it's great to see a bunch of friends show up in town. And then, bonus with the Grey Cup train coming through Regina today, and everybody sporting their rider jerseys a day ahead of time. It's a pretty good weekend.
It's awesome, that's for sure. All right, so we talked at the CCMAs. You came over and visited us at FanFest. How was the CCMAs? How was your experience?
I had a really, really good weekend. I had, I think, about 4 or 5 different showcasing spots that weekend, and then I had some meetings, and then there was some downtime too, where I got to catch up with a bunch of friends, and all in all, that was one of the best CCMAs I've ever been to.
For sure, and I'm supposed you got to meet everybody. What was it like seeing all those international superstars coming into Saskatoon?
Well, I didn't get to rub shoulders with any of the Americans that came in. They just kind of were airlifted in for the show and got out.
I seen that. Like Jason Aldean came by and he was just like, "Hey, how's it going? Good. Hey, okay, bye." Yeah.
But mostly like our peers, everybody else in the industry that we're all, we're all kind of doing the same thing, but are cross path. But usually we have 10 minutes to say hi and bye. But we got a chance to hang out for a few hours, and it was great.
Name me a guy that you love seeing at the CCMAs.
Oh, I always like running into the Doc Walker guys.
For sure.
Yeah, Chris is a character all of his own. Get a dose of reality from Chris.
Definitely. That was my first time meeting Derek Rutan, too.
Oh, yeah.
So, Breakout West, you got some shows happening. Tell us when your shows are happening this weekend, JJ.
We got a showcase tonight at Flip Eatery, just down the street here.
Yeah.
It's called the Original 16 Music Showcase, and it's going to be featuring Amy Nelson, myself, Darlene Toletta, and Sweet William, a new duo that's coming out of Saskatoon. It's Cal Hurd and Kelsey Segbert.
Nice, Cal Hurd. I remember before Craven, I put out a challenge to everybody for the Bulls and Buxer that they have out there, and I was trying to have this media challenge of let's get the media on the Bull.
Oh, yeah.
And Cal offered to challenge me, but I chickened out. So there we go. We'll put it on record right now.
You would have took him. I have confidence you would have took him.
Yeah, so Cal, if you're listening, yes, I do. All right, let's talk about your new single. It's coming out, Bare Bones.
Yeah, it's out of radio right now, and little by little, it's starting to get added across the country. So, it's so far so good.
Good stuff. Tee it up for us now, JJ.
Well, it's a song about basically getting in over your head in debt and just stripping it back and getting back to basics. This is called Bare Bones.
Good stuff.
2, 3. My Jag in the underground. Truth be told, all I really own is a ballpoint pen that's signed alone. I'll be waking up shaking in a silent scream from flying too high on a platinum dream. This ain't no way to live. Something's gotta give. Bare bones, bare bones. I gotta break it on down to bare bones. Time to split this scene and get lean and head on home. Bare bones, bare bones. I've been living on fat too long. It's time to get on track and get back to where I belong. Stripped down and bare bones. I heard a wise man say that less is more, so I'm headed on back to where it was before. I won't own everything that money can buy, but I look the whole world in the eye. I know who I am and I'll be satisfied when I scale right back and simplify. Gonna trade in all my greed for what I really need. Bare bones, bare bones. I gotta break it on down to bare bones. Time to split this scene and get lean and head on home. Bare bones, bare bones. I've been it on down to bare bones. Time to split this scene and get lean and head on home. Bare bones, bare bones. I've been living on fat too long. It's time to get on track and get back to where I belong. Stripped down and bare bones.
JJ Voss, great job. Awesome stuff. His new single, Bare Bones, and it's going to hit radio very, very soon. Now, JJ, I got a question from somebody right now. How long does it take you to write a song when you sit down and write music?
It depends. I guess every song is different. It depends on one song it took me 15 years to write.
Yeah.
And just because it was a tough subject. And then others like this conceptual song that we had a concept we sat down to. We finished it in about 6 hours.
Now, your influence, there's a lot of bluesy riffs in that song. That sounds so great. Name your influences mostly. Was it blues or more country or rock and all together?
Early on, it was real country. And then as I got older, I started to really get into the southern blues.
Yeah.
Travis Tritt. His early albums were so infused with blues overtones, and then also there's little tinges of gospel from that southern thing too. So that really, really struck a chord with me.
Good stuff, JJ. Now, you want to play another one for us?
Sure,
definitely. JJ Voss, just intro the song that you're going to play.
Well, we had this one out back in April, and I want to thank all of the radio stations in Canada, but especially 620 for jumping on board.
Hey, we love this song.
This is the first song that we put out off the album, and it's called It's a Pride Thing.
One more song, JJ Voss.
Turning dirt all day on a worn-out plow, making the bills by the sweat of his brow, but he sleeps real good when he lays down at night. And now he don't make much, so he lives real lean. His hands are dirty, but the money's clean, and there's something about standing on your own. Well, this ain't no story about chasing dreams. It ain't about reaching for the big brass ring. It's about working for what you need. Well, it's a pride thing. At a checkout counter on her feet all day. It's a dead-end job, but you don't complain. With a kid at home, you do what you gotta do. When you're shopping for clothes at the second-hand store, it ain't about vogue, it's making sure that they've always got enough to get them through. Well, this ain't no story about chasing dreams. It ain't about reaching for the big brass ring. It's about working for what you need. You know what I mean. Yeah, it's a pride thing. Yep. What keeps you going when the going's tough? And when you fall down, what picks you up? Working 14 years down a nickel mine wasn't exactly what he had in mind, but when the shift is done, he leaves it all behind. He's got a beautiful girl and a couple of kids. He's their world and they're his, and it ain't a little thing when you got peace of mind. Well, this ain't no story about chasing dreams. It ain't about reaching for the big brass ring. It's about working for what you need. You know what I mean. Well, this ain't no song about chasing dreams, and it ain't about reaching out for big brass rings. It's about working for what you need. You know what I mean. But yeah, it's a pride thing.
JJ Voss, once again, it's a Pride thing live right here with the 620 CKRM studios. Now, introduce us to your guitar player extraordinaire here beside you, JJ.
Well, my good buddy, and I always introduce him as on lead guitar and sarcasm. We got Kenny Burton's out here with me today.
Is that what they call background vocals nowadays?
Yeah.
Damn,
You gotta keep them in check. So
you got great harmonies, awesome stuff. JJ, any plans for the future?
I'm just going to start beginning writing material for the next album. You got to keep an eye to the future all the time. So in October, I'm going to be starting to begin that process. But I still have about 2 or 3 singles to promote on this album. So for all of winter and through spring and summer of next year, I'm going to be out on the road hard, selling, just pushing it.
The perfect stocking stuffer for Christmas. Tell us how we can get the album, Show 'em Who's Voss.
You can find it on iTunes, but yes, it's way cooler at Christmas time to actually give somebody and wrap something up. So you can find it on my website. I have a store there. You can buy it, and I'll sign it, personally sign it, and mail it to your doorstep. Or else there's retailers in town that have picked it up. There's some distribution units, Future Communications, Bocado's Restaurant. I think Hyundai still has some. They may be out now, but there's some local retailers as well.
Good stuff, JJ. Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. We love having you in the studios.
It's a pleasure, and thank you for having me in.
Hey, thank you very much, JJ Voss. Once again, where are you playing tonight?
Playing at Flip Eatery.
There we go, Flip Eatery. Go check him out, JJ Voss. The whole thing for Breakout West. Once again, thank you so much for joining us, JJ.
See you next time.